Hi everyone, welcome to my LEGO investing channel, Brick Dynasty. Today, I'm going to be going over my top 10 best performing sets from 2022. I've been investing in LEGO since about 2011. I took a couple years off in between there, but I've been seriously investing for the past 2.5 years. In this list today, I'm only going to be including sets that I had a quantity of 3 or more of. Back when I started getting my feet wet again in investing, I was only buying 1s and 2s a lot of the time for investing. And just to simplify it, I'm only going to start with a quantity of 3. I also made some poor investment decisions when I got started back in LEGO investing, like I'm sure we all have. It was a learning experience and it's helped me get a lot of info that I hope to share with y'all over all these videos. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. My 10th best performing set is the Blaze Bridge. I purchased this set in July of 2021 during some Walmart in-store clearances. I got it for over 50% off at $13.95 average cost, which I thought was a great deal at the time. And just to note, I'll be putting screenshots down here of how I document all of my purchases in an Excel sheet. My true cost column is the price I paid minus any cashback, Rakuten, credit card cashback, VIP points from LEGO, all of that. And so it's like my true cost after all the other cashback and discounts. At the time, I was using a 1% cashback credit card, but I've since upgraded 2% cashback for all my purchases. It's a little upgrade, but every little bit counts. And it's really important to keep detailed information like this for tax time and just record keeping. Plus, I think it looks really cool to look at this information in hindsight. This set didn't perform nearly as well as I thought it would. I ended up selling it a year and 3 months after purchasing for an average cost of $29.34. They were still selling below MSRP on eBay, so I decided just to let them go and move the money into a new LEGO investment. And I'm glad I did because they're still only going a couple dollars more than what I was selling them for. I ended up with a 53% profit after fees and shipping, which isn't bad for a bad investment, of course. And in case you're curious how the shipping was this low, it's because one person bought all 3 of these sets. So if it was one person buying each of these sets, it would be even a less return on investment because the shipping would have been higher. My 9th best performing set is the Speed Champions 1974 Porsche 911 Turbo 3.0. I picked these up from Walmart online in October of 2021 for an average cost of $12.85. These sets retired back in July, and there was some lingering stock popping in and out on Walmart.com, so I decided to pick up a few since they were also on sale. This was the last wave of the 6-stud Speed Champions, so it kind of hurt the collectability since people moved on to the 8-stud Speed Champions. I expected this set to just do a little bit better, but that's why I believe it didn't. I was still able to sell them for about a 66% profit on average for these sets, just a year about purchasing, so still not too bad considering that situation. My next set is also a Speed Champion set. It is the Nissan GTR NISMO. I actually purchased 5 of this set, 3 from Big Lots during a 50% off promotion they had on all LEGO sets during Thanksgiving, and then 2 sets from Walmart at 20% off. I didn't sell all of them in 2021, that's why only 3 sales are popping up here. I sold these for, on average, 7% profit about a year after retirement, so not bad. And for my first to second sale, I believe I got lighter shipping boxes, so I was able to have a much higher profit, went from 42 to 79% profit, which is huge. That really shows you how shipping eats into your profits, and you should try to get your non-set buying costs as low as possible so you can have the maximum profit. 7th is the Spider-Man's Monster Truck vs. Mysterio. I picked these up during Walmart in-store clearances for an average cost of $18.22 in August of 2021. These sets actually did surprisingly well. I was able to sell them less than a year after purchasing for roughly 102% profit. Now we have some dot sets. This is the secret boxes. Typically dot sets aren't great investments, but at the price of $5.46 with an MSRP of $14.99, I just couldn't pass it up. And it worked out. I picked up 11 of them during in-store clearance, and I sold them about a year after I purchased them for 105% profit on average. If you're wondering how to find those deep discounts I found during Walmart in-store clearance, I use a tool called BrickSeek. They have an app and a website where you can search a set number and you can see the in-store prices for that set in stores around you. The only downside for the app is that the stock quantities can be off at times, so the app may say there's 5 in store, but they may not have any. So even with that downside, it's helped me a ton of time and driving from having to look in every store every day just to see if there's discounted sets. All right, we're halfway through. The next set we have is the Thanos Mech. I got them during, you guessed it, Walmart clearance for about 50% off at $5.36. I sold them a year and a few months after for a profit of 110%. These mechs have done pretty good for me in the past up until the latest price increase to $14.99. If I got them, if there's MSRP of $10, got them for $5, they pretty quickly rise to about $20 a year after retirement, and I could easily double my money after taxes, shipping fees, all that. But with this new price increase to $14.99, I don't think the perceived value is going to be there for the price to rise as quickly with these sets. So going from $15 to $30, I don't see that happening as fast, so I don't think I'm going to be investing in many of these mechs going forward. Actually, I have two of these mech armor sets on this list. My next is the Miles Morales mech armor. I bought these during the Big Lot sale for 50% off, and I was able to flip them in less than a year for about 116% profit. My third best set for investing was the Charms class from the Hogwarts Moment series. I purchased these from Lego.com when there was a Harry Potter gift with purchase. That was the Hogwarts staircase and the build your own Hogwarts castle polybag. I bought one more of the set at another time, but I didn't sell in 22. That's why the average true cost is a little higher than the true cost for these three sets. The staircase gift with purchase sold out pretty fast, so the aftermarket price went up as well. I sold the two gift with purchases for about $75 together, and the minimum spend for that gift with purchase was $129. So over 50% off before taxes and fees on that resale price, which is really good for a gift with purchase. I was able to knock down my costs $13.87 per set by selling that gift with purchase, plus the 75 cents from Rakuten, $1.50 from VIP points, and 65 cents from credit card cashback. That brought my true cost down to $15.70, which is awesome, over 50% off after taxes. I flipped these just a few months after for 116% profit, which is awesome, really great hold time. And I'm glad I didn't hold on to them longer because they were only going a couple dollars more than what I sold them for about a year ago. My second best investment was the Wizarding World Minifigure Accessory Pack. I had 8 of this set, but I only sold 6 in 2022. I was able to lower my buying costs by buying some of these during the Hogwarts Gryffindor Dorms gift with purchase. That was a minimum spend of $100 to qualify for it, and I sold the set for $70, which is another great resale price for a gift with purchase at that minimum spend. My average cost ended up being $9.57 for these sets, and I sold them for about $32 each and profited 145% after fees and shipping with less than a year hold time. My best performing set on this list should be a surprise to no one. It is the TIE Fighter helmet. This set shot up like crazy after retirement. It had an MSRP of $59.99, and on eBay right now I think it's going for about $300. I purchased my 4 sets during Black Friday clearances at Target for 50% off. They were way more on the shelves than Targets around me, but I wasn't trying to go deep in one set at the time. Like I said, I was just getting my feet wet, so I stuck with just 4 sets. I let them go just 7 months after for a 353% profit, which I was super happy to get. Some people may say I should have held on to them longer, but I was really happy with that profit because I was able to put that money into more Lego sets for investment. Here's a small example about how I think about hold time. Let's say I held on to the TIE Fighter pilot helmet sets for another few months until the end of 2022. Those were going for about $210 at the time. So that's 6 more months for just $25 after fees and shipping, and I would have had $169 after the fact. But I sold mine earlier and I ended up with $144. I invested that money the next month into 6 Scout Trooper helmets, which I was already able to sell in May of this year for double my money. And so here's a chart that kind of breaks this down. If I held on to them, I'd be making less money over time because my money already doubled when I could have been waiting for just a 17% growth on those TIE Fighter helmets. As you can see, back in 2011, I was purchasing a lot of my sets in store and on the smaller side. But now that my business has gotten bigger, I've been doing a lot more online shopping and getting more sets in quantity. I don't want to be packaging up a lot of small sets in the Q4 time frame, so I'm trying to stay in the $30 to $20 or $200 range if possible, so that I'm making more money on less sets. That about wraps up my video. If you found this information interesting, please leave a like. I'll be making more videos like this in the future, so if you want to see those, please subscribe. And if you have any questions about my LEGO investing process or anything in general, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you. As always, this information is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only sharing my LEGO investing process, and I encourage you to do your own research before making any investment decisions.